match with Florian Etienne versus his opponent Kubemba. So Florian was wearing the white rash guard, and this was a really great matchup. It was scrappy. It was tight. Each player ended up walking away with some victories. Really, Florian's underhooks here are the story of his his advantage. See, he's got those double unders, and that gives you so much control over your opponent. And he dug them in quite early. So here, he's already trying to connect them. And once he's got those double unders, he's got good control over the torso. So he can work to trips. He eventually works to getting to the back, which is pretty cool, pretty dominant stand-up position. You see his opponent goes to pummel in, and he just goes back to controlling those double unders. He starts to lose them, but he's working to get them back again. That was super slick. Great timing. He's fighting for it. He feels his partner's arm comes a little bit high, and he just posts on his arm and slips his head around and gets to the back. That's super cool. Connects to the back here, and then does a little side trip. Also super slick. Well played on that one. So he gets to the back, and then here just blocks with his right knee on the outside of that knee, and then tilts over to that side, taking his partner down, scoring his 2 points for coming on top and solidifying the top position. So from here, the right thing to do is get the near side hook with your leg, and then you can start pressuring with your forearm on the head to tilt them over that way. So he got pushed out of bounds. Now he's got an opportunity to score for a guard pass. Good job circling around. And boom, there's 3 points for the guard pass. 5-0 so far. Such a slick start to the match. Now he's doing a good job of controlling, just being a bit more conservative. He knows he's ahead. His partner does a really good job of stuffing the leg and getting his half guard back. So given that that's the case, Flo can start using his crossface a little bit more, or even digging that in as an underhook, just keeping his opponent flat. When you're on top in a half guard, if you can get your partner flattened out chest to chest, then you're that much closer to passing. If the person on the bottom can get to their side and get an angle, then they can use a lot more strategies, a lot more attacks, a lot more techniques. So Flo's doing a good job of keeping his partner down here in a chest-to-chest half guard. And is able to scramble out to another situation. That was better than giving up, being stuck in the guard. So he came up to his top headlock position, his front headlock position. If you're in the front headlock, then typically you've got two main strategic options for attack. If you're over here, you either want to be attacking the head and neck, the head and shoulders rather, for like either guillotine or anaconda or Darce choke, or you want to be working your way around to the side to start get a positional advantage. So those are the two options to attack from there. But here, during that transition, as his opponent goes down to the ground, they turn it into a bit of a wild scramble. And then it's a race back to the top, back up to standing, and they reset in the middle. Flo's way ahead on points now. There's probably not much time left in the round. So he's digging for inside position again. That's really good. He's not allowing his opponent to get and maintain a collar tie. Keeps on putting his arm on the inside. Even there, now it's Flo who's got the collar tie. His partner tries to sit guard, pull guard, and get something going, but at this point, there's 5 seconds left, so nothing left to do here. Awesome first round. Really slick underhook and takedown. Guard pass. Good control on top. Slick round. Round two. This one was really close. I think that the final score was actually 0-0, and just in the end, Flo got a penalty for being inactive at the end, which is unfortunate because he actually gets a really great takedown here. He just doesn't consolidate it by having top position. He was trying to get the back, which is a bit my fault actually for not going over that side of the rule set with him clearly enough, because he's initiating the takedown but not ending up on top, and that doesn't result in points for you. But here we're seeing a bit of a repeat of the first round. He's going in and getting those double underhooks. Be nice to get more of a body lock with them, but still, those underhooks do prevent your opponent from getting in on your legs at all. They're a great position to have while standing. So he's still digging with the underhooks. Here his partner's getting a collar tie on him. I think he's getting a bit tired, so he's not as active at peeling those grips off. His opponent likes his right collar tie. There we go for an over-under grip. So they've got equal grips. And then Flo digs in, gets his double unders. Now, because that happened out of bounds, there's no score on it. But that, if that would have happened in bounds, that would have been a takedown point for his opponent. That was really good left hand. He's got the inside collar tie there. Not letting his opponent control the inside. That's great. And he's just out pummeling him too. So he keeps on, even when they disengage, it's on his terms. His opponent shoots in with open arms. Flo gets this double underhook. Does the same thing as last time. Beautiful. Stuffs the arm, goes to the side, takes his partner down to the ground. This time he gets a little greedy, tries to jump to the back too early. Here, if he would have escaped his left leg out, maybe even posted on his left arm and just come on top and taken the top position, he would have gotten his 2 points for that takedown. But getting the back is a better position if you can get it. So he's trying to get the back, but because he didn't officially get that takedown, that would have gotten him his 2 points. Unfortunately, it happened outside of bounds, so he didn't get his points for that takedown. They reset in the center over here, and Flo stands up again. So right now it's pretty even that both players got this 2-point takedown out of bounds. At this point, it's pretty even. And there's a bit of grip fighting between here and the end, and I think that then Flo gets a penalty for passivity, and so his opponent ends up winning this round. But it was super great matchup, really close round. That's the best when you get a competition where you got in this format you got 3 rounds, and if one partner wins a couple and the other partner wins a couple, that's a really good matchup. When someone wins all 3 rounds, there's a problem with the matchup. So this is really cool to see the third round his opponent gets to win as well. But Flo's doing a great job of getting those underhooks. Now it's hard to even see where Flo would have gotten that passivity call because he was pretty active, but reffing's a hard job, and they're doing their best. So that was a good match. Here we go, a third round. They're both pummeling for dominant grips. Right now Flo's got the collar tie, hand on the clavicle, and they're back to pummeling. Yeah, he's got his shallow underhooks and he's trying to dig them deeper there. Yeah, so he's got his kind of reestablish that body lock with the underhooks. You can see he's starting to get a bit tired, getting pushed out of bounds, and not grip fighting those collar ties as actively as before. And there's again, same thing as this. He's done this move 3 times now. This is so cool. He gets into the side, he notices his partner's hand goes a bit high, and he uses his arm to push him off, shuck his head to the outside, and get that rear body lock. That's such a nice entry to the back there. From there, he's able to get him to the ground, except here he accepts the bottom position, which gives his partner 2 points. Now, unfortunately, even though Flo initiated that, had that awesome takedown to the back, it was the scramble to who would have top position once they finish on the ground that determines who gets the points for the takedown. So really great technique, great takedown, but didn't get the points from it. And then here we're stuck in closed guard for a little bit, trying to make something happen. In no-gi, if you try to open the guard, you have to stand. It's like, especially at higher levels, you don't see anyone opening the closed guard without standing anymore. That's just, you got to stand to open the guard. So Flo's doing his best to control his opponent's posture here, trying to make something happen, but he's behind on points. And if your partner's playing conservative in your closed guard, it's really hard to make something happen. It's tough. So he's trying to mix up a couple threats, maybe go for a hip bump sweep or a kimura. His partner does a good job of connecting his hands to block the kimura option, so he can't get a good grip. Maybe reach around for the head for a guillotine, but his partner's doing a good job of pushing him away, not letting him get close at all. And reset in the middle. So even though Flo's being really active here, his opponent is he's not going to get called for stalling because he's constantly responding to Flo's initiations. But in the closed guard, you got to get some dominant grips, get your posture back like that. He's got his posture now. He's going to start standing if he can. But Flo's doing a good job of off balancing him. And that's the match. Another good one. That was really fun. That last round was lost because of the takedown that then ended up on bottom. The first round was beautiful. The second round was super close. Could have been anyone's game. It was nice to see that really close exchange. I hope these guys get to have another match again in the future because they're a really good matchup.